What?
Dean, it is week 2 of spooky season, and how are you feeling about it?
Pretty good, I guess.
I know you were sleeping all day. It must have been pretty good.
It was just a lazy day, man.
Dude, I was worried about you, Dean. I actually had the Patreonies start a search party.
Really?
Search party for Dean the Dream because I was worried.
No one
In
messaged
fact,
me.
they were tagging you, Dean. They were tagging you. In fact, that's actually how you got the nickname Dean the Dream, because you sleep a lot. And I'm jealous. I love it.
Okay.
Are you an angel?
What?
An angel. I heard the deep space pilots talk about them. They're the most beautiful creatures in the universe.
Hello there. We are tonight's entertainment.
We would be honored if you would join us.
He's got a billion toys.
You brought in the doll collection.
These are not dolls, Jim. These are commodities. Same as gold or oil.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You are now listening to the Collecting Weekly podcast.
Shall we lock in the artillery power?
This is the true form of Lore Gang right here. Very nice. YouTube.com/collecting weekly. Thank you very much. That's very cool. Big.
Hey guys, my name is Zach.
I'm Dean.
Welcome to this week's episode of Collecting Weekly. It's a weekly podcast where my friends and I talk about the things that matter the most to us this week in collecting.
That's right. And we'd like to take a second to thank our friends over at Watto Scrapyard for sponsoring this week's episode.
We got a great show tonight, Dean. Great movie. You actually watched the movie.
I did. I made sure.
I actually almost didn't watch the movie, Dean. I finished the movie, in fact, at 8:05 today. I've watched it.
Yeah, but you've seen the movie before.
Yeah, of course. I've seen it before. But man, we got a great movie for you guys. We got to talk about New York Con. We got some cool news. We got stuff.
We got tons of stuff. Yeah, thank God.
Tons of stuff. I got a pony today in the mail. It's a pretty good day. Before we get into that, Dean, we have to talk about the world's favorite podcast segment. Are you ready?
Yeah, are you?
Yes.
It's new this week.
Boom, boom. Yeah.
Look at that. Everyone in the comments says Dean is alive. See, I told you there's a real search party, dude. I was worried.
Okay.
They love you. They love you.
Sleeping. I
People
stayed
love
up
you.
till like fucking. God, what time did I go to bed? I think like 11 in the morning.
In the morning?
Yeah, I have a fucked up sleep schedule.
Jesus Christ, dude. You're scaring me. Anyways, what'd you get into this week?
How? It's just it's like working the night shift. Yeah, what'd you get into this week? So I finally got the Mando. And he's fantastic, dude.
Did your holster rip? Like, have you put the pistol in the holster?
I put it in once. It felt like it was too tight, so I took it out.
Dean, this episode today, I'm gonna be so nice, Dean, because I really need Sideshow to come through and get me that part, because mine ripped the literal first time I put that bad boy in the holster.
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, it's awful.
It split right down the front middle.
Oh, it's awful, Dean.
Yeah, this thing it's fucking fantastic, but it definitely has its issues.
Yeah.
The fat suit underneath it makes it near impossible to articulate. I can't get this fucking thing to do anything.
Yeah, and I want to say it's the fat suit. But you're right, especially in this joint here. Like, I could not get, I could get him to hold the gun level, but anything more than that, I really felt like I was going to break something.
Yeah, and if I lift his arms too high, the Velcro can't attach to the shoulder armor, and the armor will pop off.
Yeah.
So it's like that should have at least come with also a elastic band, maybe.
Yeah.
Like both Velcro and bands. I don't know. Other than that, dude, the cape
is fantastic.
It's so good, dude. It falls naturally. The material is beautiful. It's beautifully weathered and cut.
Yeah,
it's fantastic, dude. This thing's beautiful on the shelf. I mean, it It looks like a dude in a suit, you know?
Yeah. Are you gonna experiment with taking the fat suit off, do you think?
I don't think so. I don't know if I have it in me, man.
Yeah.
Because that usually entails, at least in most part, something being altered to the point where it will never go back the way it's supposed to, which I'm assuming is somewhere in the rear armor. I'm assuming like if you take that off, like, because I can't really tell what's holding it there.
Yeah.
But you can see the seam where it's just velcroed shut.
It
But
could
that's
be
not a problem, but
because it looks like the belt comes off there in the back, right, Dean? There's like a Velcro for the belt.
yeah.
The hands and the boots and the shins, those just will pop off. The head pops off. The cape will probably come off with the head.
Yeah.
And then I imagine at that point it's just the back armor is probably just Velcroed on there. I could be wrong, but
oh, you know what?
I'm right. I heard the little
yeah,
Velcro.
It is. But the
only thing that is kind of worrisome is the way the cape is tucked in. I'm wondering if they stitched it in the front. But I'm considering maybe doing the mod. I got to hit up some people that have done it and if they can give me some tips and tricks. But yeah, it's quite restrictive. We have one comment that says, "Who has the Hallmark Baby Yoda?" I do. We'll talk about it here in a second.
I also do. I just haven't picked it up yet.
Jason Nelson says, "Will you guys be getting the best car version 2 or happy enough with just owning one?" Personally, I guess it really depends on how cool season 2 is because and I say that knowing that best car was most of season 1, but the thing is we know what the best car Hot Toys will come with. But if he uses a bunch of cool weapons and a bunch of cool tech that's not included in that best car package already, then you might as well just wait for the season 2 one, right? Or is that just me?
No, you could be right. Yeah, I have it technically on pre-order, the deluxe one, because it comes with with Steven. Because it comes with the pram for this version. Doesn't it come with something else for this version? That it's like, why didn't they just include it?
Well, it comes with the jetpack, comes with Baby Yoda.
Yeah, because with 2 Baby Yodas, right? One walking and one in the pram. So I was like, oh well, I'll just get that one also. But like Zach said, if it's really like that much cooler, I might just cancel my pre-order. I'll wait, but because that Hallmark Baby Yoda is so good that I might not need the one that comes with.
Sorry, I was getting the Baby Yoda. This is the Hallmark Baby Yoda. We'll talk about this here in a second. But yeah, we got plenty of people in the chat. We got PJ, the Paradox Nerd, Jow.
Hey, Jow. What's
Sean, Yahtzee, Sean Fear, Danny Lee, Eddie. Dean, check private chat real quick. But yeah. So was that all you got this week?
I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think that's it.
And on my Baby Yoda, Dean, I did a little bit of weathering with the Tamiya weathering kit.
Yeah.
And then I also hit the that gray portions with chrome paint just to give it a little bit of weathering. And I like it. It's not super crazy. It's not super like in-depth mod, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And
so how did
I got
you,
the hook off?
Yeah. How'd you deal with that? You just cut it off, or?
I got nippers, and I just nipped them off.
You're playing with.
Granted, I wouldn't use like your good set, right? Because you're cutting metal with plastic snips, and so I have a set that's like really beat up. Alternatively, you could use the Dremel. You have a Dremel, you have a cutting wheel. You could use that, though. You have to be very careful with that.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not comfortable using a Dremel. I know you just got one.
Yeah.
I would probably go nippers.
I just don't know if we should be talking about you playing with your nips on the show.
Oh, dude, it's all there, man.
You're just all up on your nips, huh?
Eddie says I missed out on the Hallmark Baby Yoda. They are going to be restocking them. They're also on Amazon, I believe. So definitely check those out. We have
$20, dude.
Dude, you can't beat it. $20. Look at this dude.
And it scales like literally. I think it's exactly 6 scale.
Look at this dude.
I don't even think it's like 5 0.9 scale. I think it's like
no. I did the math, at least on the pram, right? I don't know for sure about Baby Yoda. I did the math, literally down to like the centimeter. It's exactly in scale.
Yeah.
From the shot where when they first meet at the end of episode 1, and they do the hand thing.
I'm not kidding, dude. I think that thing is so good. I might not get the Beskar one because that's the only reason I got the deluxe one is because it comes with that.
Yeah. I think it's fantastic. Now, Dean, I had a good week. Of course, obviously, I got the Mandalorian as well. And the great thing, I don't know if we mentioned it, but we both got ours from Stevens Collectibles in San Antonio, Texas. Yeah. The great thing is we had, at least I did, I had that figure on pre-order from literally the first weekend it was out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was paying every month since then. And so the payment plans are generous because if you go through Sideshow or some other retailers, your payment plan might start maybe like 6 months out, and they're like $50 plans.
Yeah.
But because we had it up for so long, we were able to do like it was like $20, $18, right? And it just wasn't something that I really had to worry about, right? As soon as it came in, we were able to get ours, and I just think if you're going to do a pre-order, if you're in the area, or even if you're not, he does shipping. Definitely check out Stevens. He's a great
free
guy.
shipping on anything over $100.
Yeah,
I mean, Sideshow is gonna kill you on that. So I mean, he already wins right there.
Real quick, just so everyone knows, this is the Baby Yoda we're talking about. It's $20 online plus tax. Definitely a really cool thing. It's the keepsake one, so.
And it's made with real sturdy plastic.
Oh yeah, it's. I thought it was going to be like that ceramic stuff.
That's what I was worried about. I was like, I don't know if I want to buy an ornament.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like an ornament. But anyway, so I got the Mandalorian, and I also got from 1/6 Corner my pony, Dean. It's fantastic. I've always wanted a 6-scale horse.
Yeah, you actually have for a long time.
And I will say, probably the worst unboxing experience, and that has nothing to do with 1/6 Corner. That's 100% Mr. Z, because you open it, right, and there's like 7 leather straps and 2 elastic straps. I know nothing about horses. I've seen a horse. I've rode a horse. I've never saddled the horse. I don't know anything about that. No instructions in the box, right? And so through a process of Google, one fucking photo that I found that actually almost kind of showed how to do it, I was able to get him saddled up. But Dean, I feel like I could honestly approach a horse in the wild, and if I had the saddle and the leather, I feel like I could fucking.
I mean, you have to break a horse before you get saddle on.
Well, no, I'm talking about like a tamed horse, right?
Oh,
like,
you said wild.
Okay, obviously, but I will say, I sent you a picture of my old shitty horse that I still have that was like $18. Obviously, this one's not $18, but it's fantastic. Django fits perfectly on there.
Dude, he looks like he fucking goes there.
I love it, dude. It's something that I've like.
It looks very natural.
I love it, dude. It's probably once I get Calvin, that shelf is gonna be real nice.
Yeah, that's I mean, just from. I hope you post better pictures later, or maybe you have already. I didn't see.
No, I haven't had a chance yet. I was still futzing because I did rip one of the leather straps, so I had to glue it back and paint over it a little bit.
Also, real quick, you just said the F word, which is hilarious to me because you're not really much of a cusser.
I'm not much of a cusser. Do you listen to the way I speak ever?
I guess I don't know. It just sounded like the way you're like one fucking photo. I was like, oh wow, like you could tell he's actually frustrated.
Oh, dude, yeah, it was stressful. We also, Dean, I had a chance to meet Eddie this weekend. Great guy, invited me to his home, and masks were on, ladies and gentlemen, and he gave me some cool stuff. So we'll start with the new old stock, right, of the Lost World Jurassic Park retro. Look at that holographic eye effect watch.
Wow.
He gave me 4 different watches. Great guy. He also gave us some fig pins. So some of the Dragon Ball Z Kid fig pins. He also gave us some of the larger fig pins, the fig pin XLs.
Oh.
And he gave me this dope Whataburger hat, which I could basically go to any Whataburger and act like I work there and get a discount. Some Whataburger masks, Dean, and Pez, and a Whataburger bag, and a Whataburger folder, and some game posters for you, Dean. I was like, dude, you gave us so much cool stuff. I gotta hook you up with the Patreon.
And Zach literally did not tell me this until right before the show started. I was like,
I was gonna surprise you.
Cool. I know it's very cool. I'm like super stoked. So if Eddie's wondering why I haven't said anything, that's why
I was actually gonna keep it for myself. But no, I was gonna surprise him, and it's fantastic.
You got 4 watches.
Yeah, this was back when you got cool shit at Burger King, right?
Yeah, so I'd definitely get that Broly now if you got 4 watches.
You know, I'm a watch guy, right? And I'm also a Broly guy. So
so I'll get the Broly.
Anyways, I think that's it. Of course, I got the Hallmark Baby Yoda. My wife bought it for me, and it's adorable. Like
Manny bought one for me. I have to go pick it up. I'm super excited.
It's funny because all 3 of ours came from the same store. I called and they're like, yeah, this guy just left with 2 of them, and there's 1 left. And I was like, please hold it for me. I'll be there in 5 minutes. Sure enough, that was Manny that left with those 2.
Dude, we all have brother Baby Yodas.
Oh my gosh, that's so adorable.
Yeah.
Dean, one more thing while we're on new this week. This is our prototype of our base sticker. We're still dotting the I's and crossing the T's, but I'm fucking loving it. We went with a local sticker company, and I'm super excited. I'm picking up the prototype tomorrow, and I'll post some pictures on Ox. But Dean, it looks fantastic. What do you think?
Fucking crispy, bro.
Crispy AF.
We should also get certified crispy bases.
Well,
down the line.
Those were expensive. Let's chill with the sticker orders. We're gonna spend all of our money on stickers. Anyways, Dean, let's get into it. Hot Toys DeathWatch Mandalorian from the first season of The Mandalorian did go up for pre-order. This was coming in at $235, releasing October to December 2021. I think this looks fantastic. What do you think?
Pretty fucking good, man. A lot of people were like, "Oh, it's just reuses parts from Mando." So I went back and watched the episode. I was like, "But that's what they look like. He has the exact same chest armor and thigh armor." Like,
yeah,
I thought maybe like, "Oh yeah, that is kind of cheap. Like the thigh armor would be different, and I figured at least the chest armor would be different because." You know, in Clone Wars, they look more like Boba Fett's. But no, that looks like exactly like this. So I was like, I don't know why people are complaining.
I think it looks good. $235, not going to break the bank by any means.
This is definitely an army building figure. My only suggestion to make this better is to come with an alternative head sculpt without the antenna.
Yeah.
So you could army build. You could buy 2 and immediately have 2 different figures. But I mean, I'm sure customizers out there are not going to care.
I mean, I'm sure that you could. Oh, I guess you're right.
That's the only thing I could think to make this like a slam dunk. Other than that, it's fucking fantastic. I mean, a few coats of paint and you have a completely different Mandalorian. You know what I mean? You have like a custom character you want to do or whatever, but it's like all the pieces are there for you to have a great figure. I think it's fantastic. I don't know if I will personally get one. Again, I like to have characters that like have like meaning, you know?
Yeah.
Just in terms of like, I'd rather have a Boba Fett than just a no-name Mandalorian. I'd rather have a Commander Cody instead of a no-name clone. So like,
except for Phasma, you're like, I don't want Phasma. I want a no-name officer.
That's true.
Mark says it looks great, but everyone who heard a rumor it was the armor kind of led me to be underwhelmed. Eddie says he ordered 3 of them. Danny says it should come with a baby Din Djarin.
Eddie flexing.
Man, Eddie really be flexing though.
I mean, that'd be cool to have a kid Mando, but I don't know. I kind of agree about the armor because that's what I was expecting, and then when I saw this, I was like, oh, okay. And I think I was actually more underwhelmed than I thought because you were like, "What are you talking about? This is amazing." I was like, "Yeah, it is," but like, I don't know.
I quite
But-
like it. It's simple. It's clean.
Dude, I fucking love that blaster.
Dude, I love both of these blasters.
It's cool, man. Again, I don't know if I'll pick it up, but I think it's a slam dunk for anybody that wants to make Mandos.
For sure. Now, Dean, Sean mentioned this, and I wanted to talk to you about this as well. We were able to confirm this with 2 local stores, but this was a email that was forwarded from one of these Sideshow distributors. First, I want to answer a question that you may have. Will Alter Ego be offering the new Hot Toys DeathWatch Mandalorian Trooper? The answer is yes, just not until later this month. Looks like Hot Toys / Sideshow / Disney is trying something new and offering this figure up through Sideshow first, then opening it up to other retailers. Yeah. What do you think about that, Dean? I'm not a fan.
I'm not either. I think it's just I don't think this is a Hot Toys Disney issue.
Mm-hmm.
What they want to sell their shit. They don't care.
Yeah.
I think this is purely Sideshow. I think this is them saying, if you're not gonna fucking buy it through us, we're gonna make you fucking wait.
But the thing is, right? Like, let's say it's a week, or let's say it's a month. In the grand scheme of things, that doesn't really matter, right? This thing isn't gonna sell out until maybe the week or the month before it comes out, or the week or the month after it's released, right? So it just seems like a petty move to make that distinction.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think
a
it's
lot of
I
lot
don't
of
think-
these local stores, Dean, might only get 5, 6, a dozen of a character.
Yeah.
And to make a rule like this over this amount, this very small amount,
dude,
it just
I
seems
heard
super petty.
I heard that Sideshow is even
allegedly legalese, my friend,
withholding pre-orders for retailers, as in you could only get 3 of these instead of maybe you want.
Oh yeah, we touched on that maybe like a month ago from Alter Ego as well. Remember with Ahsoka and the 501st, they weren't able to keep up with the demand because people were ordering 3, 4, 6 of them, right? Not Ahsoka, but of the troopers.
Yeah.
And that's something that we Danny says no bashing Sideshow until Zach gets his holster. Yeah, so we'll keep it at that, but I just think it's a little petty. And at the end of the day, if Sideshow's selling them to a comic book store who then sells it to us, they're making money.
Yeah, they're still making money.
If they sell it direct, obviously they're probably making a little bit more money, but they're still making money either way. And it just seems greedy and it seems petty. And I hope that it doesn't continue because, one of the big advantages of Steven that we mentioned was, hey, we can order this, 12 months in advance and be paying every month for 12 months, $20 a figure to get an average Hot Toys. If it's something that, hey, Steven might only have a slot open up 3 months before, 5 months before, I think it really changes the game as far as these figures go. You know what I mean? At any rate,
very annoying.
Sideshow did put up their Mikayel Myers 235 release in Q2 2021. I will say this, Dean, I love the Q2 release date. I think a lot of these Myers figures get cute and they try to release them around Halloween. But the thing is, it's a tight deadline. And if you can't hit it, you might as well undershoot it and go Q2 2021, give you plenty of time for everyone to get their figure in. I think it's fantastic. Lots of great accessories, the light up jack-o'-lantern, 3 sets of swap out hands, the bloody knife, the knife, Judith Myers headstone, the telephone with cord, a swap out head sculpt with fabric sheet and glasses. Dean, I think that if you're a fan of the shape, this is a great set. Now, we have some people in the community that are very proud, admittedly so, of their fantastic creations of custom Myers. But you have to realize that those, and we'll talk about this here in a bit, but those small batch run products, I mean, you're looking at $300, $400, $500 for the overalls, $200-$300 for a finished sculpt. Yeah. $700-$800 once you include the knife and the shoes and the body. You can pick this up for $230, put it on your shelf, and be very proud of the Michael Myers that you have in your collection. I think it's great
if it looks like this.
If it looks like this, of course. Now, Tots is coming out with theirs. Manny just got the email that said his is shipping next week, so obviously cutting it close to Halloween, but hopefully you'll have it in hand. But it'll be very interesting to see how both of these stack up against each other, and also how they stack up against the custom stuff. You know what I mean?
I believe Manny said that he's getting this one as well, obviously, as the Tots one. And then he has the one that he made.
Yeah, so he'll have
I think I'm going to try, if he's willing, to buy pieces and make one off of like whatever pieces he doesn't want.
Yeah.
Because I've enjoyed the character. I think he's cool. I'd like to have a Michael Myers on my shelf. So
Manny has single-handedly willed a fandom of Myers within our group chat.
Dude, he really has, man.
Yeah, I could care less about this character.
This figure exists because Manny has put it into the universe, and the universe answered.
And I think it looks great.
Dude, for years, Manny has been talking about a Michael Myers. Here we go.
This is one of those rare times, Dean, where I don't have any problems with this figure at all. It looks fantastic. I mean, they checked all the boxes, right? Even got the damn telephone.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
And 2 knives. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they did that with the not the bloody face, the Scream figure. You had 1 knife and then you had a bloody knife. I think
it's such an easy thing to just be like, yeah, just give him 1 bloody knife. You know what I mean?
Give him 2 knives. I mean, it's fantastic.
It's pretty cool. I'm sure if Manny was sitting here, or even Eric, they could pinpoint things that are wrong with this figure. Like, oh, this sculpt is technically like this sculpt, and I mean, those guys really know their stuff, which is fair because we do the same thing with like Vader or
I could destroy
Boba
someone's
Fett.
perfect Vader because I'm a bad person and I'm a dick, but they can do that with Myers and I can't. This looks fine to me. There could be some small details that they're like, that's not great, that's not good.
Yeah, there was sometimes I was like, dude, check this out, look how cool this is, and they're like, actually, and then just like obliterate it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, well, I didn't know what I was looking for. I did talk to Manny about this figure. He liked it. I think he's getting it. So I don't think it has that many problems, if any. I don't remember him pointing anything out specifically. But again, this is a preview. Sideshow has a bad habit of under delivering. So we will see.
Hopefully they have a good habit of delivering my replacement holster though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great looking figure. Even Eric said the boots were the exact same boots that he wore in the first film. So
yeah,
definitely.
Now the coveralls are not the right color technically, because they're like an ash gray / green.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things, Dean. It's kind of like the Han Solo jacket. Was it brown? Was it blue?
Yeah, because when you watch the movie, it looks fucking blue.
Yeah, but the actual prop is not blue.
Exactly, it's weird.
Eric says it looks amazing, so that's a big boost of confidence there. If Eric, one of the top tier Myers collectors out there, says it looks good, that must mean it's pretty decent. Dean, at Sideshow Con, they did show off the 1/6 scale Gambit. I thought it looked pretty good.
Yeah, it looks cool.
You know, it was one of those things that I was like, I don't really have anything to complain about. I know a lot of people want a Gambit. I know a lot of people need a Gambit. I think their comic X-Man line is getting filled out quite well.
I was gonna say, especially like this is like the most iconic look for Gambit, I think.
I agree.
The Jim Lee era. So it's like, I mean, I think it's a fucking great addition. I personally don't like X-Men, so I don't collect X-Men, but I can appreciate a cool looking figure. This is it. I think if they stick to a cloth trench coat instead of like a fake pleather, I think it'll be fine.
It looks cloth to me.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I think they should stick to whatever this is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it looks good. Sean says if they fix the ears, this is a slam dunk. I will pre-order. Yeah, the ears didn't stick. Ooh, is that a pun? They didn't stick out to me that much, but they're not. I don't think they're too bad. Up next, Limb Toys did show off some photos of their Arthur Morgan. There was a handful of photos that were posted. I think it's coming along great. The project was kind of in limbo for a bit. No one knew what was going on. I guess now that we're seeing some new photos, I guess it's still chugging along.
Is this the one Eric pre-ordered that they canceled, or was that someone else?
No, this is the one. This is the one, I believe. Eric says, "Bro, yes." I still haven't played this game, but I really want to play it. But it looks pretty good. Limb Toy's obviously very good with the paintwork. The body looks decent. I think it looks great. Eric says it looks amazing, and that's all I need to hear from him. Dean, take it over with the Game Toys Cloud Strife.
Yeah, so here's another cloud. This one, I don't know, it doesn't look as good as the last one, but I think this one might be licensed.
Okay.
Because one, it has the logo in the back. It's like a watermark behind the guy. You see him?
Yeah.
And it's also using his full name. So I'm not entirely sure if it's actually licensed or not. Comes with swap out arms, which I think is cool.
What are those little balls, the little gems?
Okay, so that's called materia.
Okay.
And materia lets you do certain abilities. So if you have a fire materia, you could cast fire. If you have a summon materia, you could summon a monster to help you fight. Some of them are, each color is different. So red is magic. Yellow is like abilities like steel or it's just like different abilities you could use. Green, I believe, are healing. So each color does a different thing. But yeah, so he comes with a bunch of materia. I believe they slot into the sword like they should.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it looks great. I don't know if, I mean, I said I was gonna get every version, but god damn, dude, they're fucking churning them out.
It's like almost as if Manny willed in the Myers to existence. It's like there's an overabundance of Cloud now because you've been harping on it for so long. Now let me get him some prices here.
Yeah.
Now you could buy the Game Toys Cloud 6 scale by itself for $170, or you could buy the Game Toys Cloud and the bike for $420.
Yeah.
Or just the bike by itself for $305. Now all three of these packages come out in Q3 2021.
Oh man, I want it. I mean, it's far enough away that I don't think it interferes with any other pre-orders, so I might still pre-order it. I'll see if Rick's gonna get it.
Yeah, Sean says, "Hey Dean, when you decide what the best cloud is to get, let me know. There's too many options."
Don't worry, I got you guys.
Mark says, "Where's Rogue?" I guess we must have missed Rogue, Dean, on the show sheet, but
Either that or he's just saying, where is Rogue? Like, if they're gonna make
true.
Gambit, why not make Rogue too?
That is very true. There's a close-up there on the back of the bike looking really good.
I believe it has light-up feature.
Yeah. Oh, I think you're right. He says they need to make some X-women. That's right. Yeah, it looks great. Hopefully it is licensed. I think that obviously be a big boon to the 6 scale Final Fantasy collectors.
Yeah.
But it looks pretty good. Now, Dean, boy, we're gonna get into some shit today.
Dude, yes.
Wow. Now, first off, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever commit the crime against humanity of ordering a third-party figure, I don't want you to ever talk to me again, Dean. That's how serious this is to some people. To me, it's fucking hilarious. Now, Present Toys put out 2 figures today, Indiana Jones and Truman. And there was some...
The smiling sculpts, I think, is serviceable with the teeth. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at with this closed mouth. That does not look like Jim Carrey at all. That's all I have to say.
Now, let me say this. We've had this discussion on OFAC. We've had this discussion on Collecting Weekly. And after 16 Corner put up that these were going to go up for solicitation soon, the internet went crazy on Zhao's post.
Yeah.
And 16 Corner said, in the last 2 hours, we've received many messages disapproving of the new Present Toys announcements. Understand that we are not Present Toys and we do not choose and have any option on their decision to launch the figures. We first show the photos because normally we have very early news about new figures. Tomorrow, us and many other online stores will have these up for pre-order as well. They're just stores without any actual connection to the Present Toys company. And so they apparently got bombarded because people said that this sculpt here of Truman and the sculpts of Indiana Jones were stolen from customizers. Dean, again, we've talked about this a lot, but it there's not any.
You said it perfectly in the chat. It's pirates stealing from pirates.
There's no moral high ground.
Yeah.
There's no legal high ground. There's no moral high ground. If you're making like, this guy on this thread on OSR was like, oh, we're just small batch, fucking scraping together to keep the hobby going. These motherfuckers aren't eating beans. They're selling 100 head sculpts at $130 a pop for these third-party batch runs. That's $13,000 a head sculpt. I do not feel bad that this is getting recasted. It's, like I said, pirates stealing from pirates. It sucks. I get it if you're good at your craft and you've made it, but these people that make these sculpts make new versions all the time.
Like you
it's
said,
not like this is the end all be all indie sculpt for them. Look at Inigo. He's made several Lukes. He's made several indies, several different smiling versions, several with the hat, several without the hat. I mean, this guy does these sculpts all the time. This is not going to break him as a sculptor. No. He's not eating beans. These are $130 sculpts.
He's also still not producing them. Like you said, he does small batch runs. He hasn't come out with an indie in how long?
He's making, I don't know exactly, but it seems
now,
like
if he was currently selling indie sculpts, that's one thing. It's also another thing if it's just some guy in his room that made one sculpt, like our friend Iron Geek, right? Yeah. He made one sculpt and he's putting these figures together himself. No, these guys are, like you said, hundreds and hundreds of head sculpts at hundreds of dollars a piece. Yeah, it's like, again, pirates stealing from pirates. It's not, what's the company called? Present Toys isn't ripping off some guy in his basement just trying to put a figure together.
I mean, these are guys that are making multiple castings, multiple prints. This indie sculpt may be in production. I'm actually not sure. So if that's how you feel about it, that's fine. To me, I think that this guy got his cut and he's going to go and make another indie sculpt. He's going to go and make another third-party sculpt. Yeah. I don't feel bad. And I'll go as far to say that this guy's saying that third-party sculptors are the lifeblood of this hobby. I don't think that that's true. They make a lot of money. They're obviously not doing it for, out of the goodness of their hearts. I've paid top dollar for these sculpts. I bought a Thrawn sculpt. It was like $100. I bought the C-Reg Kylo. It was like $130.
The Rocco Anakin.
Yeah, I had the Rocco Anakin as well. And I will say this, Dean.
I was back before Anakin even existed.
Yeah, I will say this, Dean. The type of market that these figures appeal to is not the same market of people that will pay $100, $150 for a head sculpt. No. Because if you're in that upper echelon of collector where you're buying the top tier head sculpt, then you're paying someone $300 to paint it, and you're buying an $800 outfit, you will not skip on that because of this. This is for people like me who I want an indie. I mean, I have an indie that Ian made me. It's fantastic. Right. But this is for the people that maybe want an Indiana Jones and they don't want to spend the $300 or $400 that Hot Toys aftermarket is going for, and they don't want to spend $900 for a full-fledged custom. This is two totally different markets, and this existing won't hurt those people in the way that I think that this one commenter was really harping on. I mean, this guy was bringing in like iTunes and the music industry into this discussion. It's like, dude, that you're comparing totally different.
What that guy should have done, Zach.
I do, Dean.
Do your homework.
He should have done his homework, Dean. Thank you for leading me on that one.
Dude, I was like, if Zach does not pick up on this, they're gonna be fucking pissed.
Danny says only Obi-Wan has the high ground. Mark says everyone could shit on indie, but you can come over to my house and look at my shit on the shelf. I need an indie. I can't have a conscience in the pimp game. Now, like I said, it is shitty. My wife is an artist, Dean. And yeah, if she made something that was original and that was hers and it got stolen and someone claimed it as their own, that's one thing. But if she was copying another artist's stuff and then another artist came and copied that, I don't think she'd be that upset.
Yeah.
I don't think she'd be that upset.
Yeah, it's like wait, so are you upset because you ripped off Harrison Ford's likeness? You're not getting, or he's not getting a cut of whatever you're doing. So why are you so upset? If Harrison Ford's face didn't exist, you wouldn't be making any money.
And I get it, Dean. You know, making a sculpt and doing the time, I get it. It sucks.
Difficult.
But at the same time, that guy sold a lot of those sculpts. I don't feel that bad, right? That's my opinion. You guys might have different opinions. Dean, your opinion might be a little different than mine. I might, and I will say this, my opinion might be the total wrong take on it, but that's just how I feel.
I don't think it is. Like you said,
a lot of people were shitting on me in that comment thread. Some people that I think were artisans as well. And that's fine, but that's my opinion, you know, and whether or not it's the right opinion, I guess it'll be judged in the court of public appeal or whatever. So I just it really grind my gears when people are getting upset about that. And to take it a step further and try to shit on another company for carrying it, it's like, hey, we literally carry that's all we carry is third-party stuff, right?
Yeah, what the fuck are you so upset at?
They were even coming after the Sweet Angel Zhao for reviewing Zhao.
I know, poor Zhao. I was like, guys, you know, he's just sharing the information, right? Why the fuck are you attacking Zhao?
Yeah.
It was it blew my mind.
Yeah.
I just stayed off I was like,
Dean,
I'm not gonna go.
Those people attacking Zhao, you know what they need to do, Dean?
Yes.
Do your homework.
I love that button, dude. My gosh. And then, of course, there was memes. He bought a recasted figure. See, nobody cares. Love it. Love it. And then this one, Dean. This is my face. If any of you guys ever order a third-party figure, I'm going to have to do it, Dean. Going to have to do it. At any rate, we did get some new pictures of the Masterpiece Starscream. And we'll blow through this one because we've kind of talked about this figure for like 4 weeks in a row. But I think it looks good. Lots of head face plates, lots of accessories. But this is that typical Hasbro thing they're doing with Masterpiece G1s where they add a bunch of shit to like inflate the price. I will say it's cool that it comes with a stand. A lot of the Beast Wars figures rely on the one stand that came with the one character. But I don't know, man. $275 seems like quite a bit.
That's a lot.
Eddie says they came after him, those mad fucks. And Eric says, hopefully that OSR dude doesn't have a gun like that dude that hates the toy swapper. Dude, same.
Dude, did we talk about that already?
We talked about it on After Dark.
That's right.
Let's get into
kick my ass, have a gun, but I'm not going to shoot him over toys. It's like, so wait.
Whatever I need to. Let's get into releases. Only 2 this week, Dean. These MMS Micro Spider-Man figures came out. I think they look great. But yeah, these are that it's like the 3 3/4 or like almost 3 3/4 Spider-Man in their Hall of Armors. I think it looks pretty decent. And then the Hallmark Baby Yoda. I know we talked about it earlier in the show, but this is what he looks like, looking real crispy. He does have that little steel rod that you have to cut out from the top. And I put him on a little acrylic riser and he just little floats around. Sweet little Baby Yoda.
Baby Yodas.
I love it. Dean, Hot Toys Japan announced their Marvel All-Stars event. They're doing it in Tokyo. Help me out with that. Nagoya and Osaka. Looks like 11/28/2020, 1/31/2021 in Tokyo, 2/11/2021, and 3/28/2021 in Nagoya, and 4/10/2021 and 5/30 in Osaka. And we don't know what this is, but they were doing a countdown all week, and the countdown hit 0. And I'm excited. I don't really know what it is, but
yeah, Marvel All-Stars. I mean, just off the top of my head, I could really only think it's figures that are already out,
like re-releases of old figures.
Yeah, like what? I mean, what are they going to announce?
I don't know, like a Mark 46 reprint. You know, I mean, I'm just trying to think. Like, are there good Marvel figures that people want that are hard to get? Like a Mark 1 War Machine, maybe redo. So it'd be interesting to see what they do. But it's weird because it's like a tour stop, right?
Yeah.
So we'll have to keep an eye.
I feel like it might be just a pop-up shop for Marvel because there hasn't been a movie, so they're not gonna like announce anything that's not already existing. So maybe just a pop-up shop, show off like the zombie Iron Man, like, oh, it's coming out next year, I feel like that's all we're gonna see, but I could be wrong. Hopefully I am. Hopefully they do something cool.
Yeah, Dean, we will see. And it is that time of the show, Dean.
Hey, Annie, we're talking about Water Scrapyard. Okay, Rainer still has not said shit, so I feel like I won.
Yeah, does he even listen? Who knows?
I don't know. We want to take a second to thank our friends over at Water Scrapyard for sponsoring this week's episode of Collecting Weekly. You can find them on Instagram, Facebook, and eBay under Water Scrapyard. They make 3D printed parts for hard to come by Kenner and Hasbro vehicles, as well as resin printed head sculpts from dozens of different characters, hundreds even. I don't even know why I say dozens. Hundreds of characters from Star Wars, Marvel. I mean, if you could dream it, it could get done. If you don't see a character you want, send Sean a message. He can get it designed, printed, and shipped right to your door for a pretty good price. So hit him up.
Holla at your
You want to work on a custom? Send him some reference shots. Boom, you'll have it in a week.
Dean, Sideshow Con was October 6th to the 11th. And I gotta say, Dean, a round of applause, right? The code fiasco started out a little bit of a mess, but I think at the end of the day, on October 11th, I think I racked up like $50 and I missed a lot of codes.
Yeah, same.
Right? I missed a lot of codes. I ended up with $50. I think that they were more than generous. I think the code times, while some were a little tight, I think a lot of them were more than fair. And Dean, I gotta say, I thought it was a man can only admit when he was wrong, and I think I was a little hard on them last Tuesday. And they
you also prefaced the show saying you're being extra nice.
Shut the fuck up, Dean.
Dude, fucking rocky start, real rocky start.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe they just figured their shit out, or people gave up and stopped trying. Because I would say the last like 3 days, I didn't hit a single queue. I was immediately in. But yeah, I hit a code like 4 minutes after it came out, which means it was probably like 5 minutes because usually I don't get them until they're already kind of old. But I still got it. It was only like $1, but I mean, I was like, fuck it. I think I ended up with an extra like $30.
Optical says they upped the limit to 2K instead of 1K. That may have helped.
I guess because I didn't hit a single queue the last few days. I went from somewhere around $80 to over 100. So I'm pretty excited.
It's not bad, Dean. That is not bad at all. Now, during Sideshow Con, I think this was the coolest thing that Hot Toys showed. It was their Bespin Luke Skywalker new hairpiece. Looks like a sculpt that we've seen before. A little confusing there on the base because this is very clearly a Dagobah base. Don't really think I've ever seen mud on Bespin. But Dean, what do you think about this?
I have almost nothing good to say about
this. Wow. Okay. Please.
I like the hair, but the hair only works on Dagobah, which you got the base, so that's fine. And when he's fighting Vader. But the outfit doesn't work when he's fighting Vader because he's not bleeding. He doesn't get cut, right? That's what made the DX07 so great. You got 2 versions. So this could really only be a Dagobah Luke when he goes into the cave to face.
Let me ask you this: if this base says Dagobah instead of Bespin, give me your thoughts on that angle.
I mean, that works because you could remove the top shirt and have the
muscle shirt,
and then you could take his belt off and then just have the training Luke with Yoda.
But when he goes to the cave, is he wearing a muscle shirt or is he wearing the full outfit?
No, he puts on the full outfit.
And he has the belt too, right? Because Yoda's like, no, leave it. And he flies like, fuck you.
Yeah, he puts it on anyway. Yeah. But the sculpt, that doesn't look like Luke in Empire. like he ages so fast. Like literally from movie to movie, he ages pretty quickly.
Well, he also was in a car accident.
I know. So like this sculpt, I don't know, to me just doesn't look like Empire Luke. The outfit also looks hella tight.
Uh-huh.
Not that it should be super baggy, but I mean more than it is. And I think this is even like a better version of it because they had it on display before and it was like ripping at the seams.
I felt like it was a little looser in this pick.
Yeah. I think it's cool if you don't have a DX07 and you really want this Luke. I think it's one of the more iconic Lukes. I mean, it's fucking Luke. You know what I mean? Like, I can't knock on it that bad. I fucking love Luke. But I don't. If you have a DX07, I don't think this is not going to replace DX07. It's just not.
Yeah.
Maybe in a miracle situation where the hairpiece works with the original sculpt, that'd be cool. I think the hair is the only thing I like on it, honestly. But yeah, those are my thoughts.
Fernando says, do you guys think it will decrease or increase the value of the DX07? I think that this will have a very, and I'm emphasis on a very subtle decrease to the value of the DX07, because now if you want this Bespin outfit, currently your options are buying a DX07 or buying a Sideshow Bespin Luke and then trying to kit bash your way into a DX07. So just having an option, even if it's not the greatest figure ever made, it's going to take a lot of pressure off that market price for the DX07. But of course, at this point, this is just a figure at a con. And Dean, we've seen many figures at cons, including this, very similar to this version of Luke from like a year or two ago, not come out. So it depends on if it comes out and how good it is when it comes out. I think we'll be able to fully answer that question. But just now, I think in the immediacy, once it goes up for pre-order, I think if it's decent, it could decrease a smidgen of price from the DX07.
Yeah, I mean the DX07 not only comes with, again, 2 complete figures. One outfit is battle damaged. Yeah, you get the diorama. So again, yeah, I don't see it affecting the price at all. Yeah, it's just they're almost completely different figures. I mean, they're of the same guy, but yeah, I don't know.
I think it looks okay. I don't think it looks awful. I'm not as negative on this as you were, but you make a lot of good points, Dean. You make a lot of good points. Now, Sideshow did post high-quality booth photos of the child statue. This is their 1-to-1 scale offering. I believe this comes in at $375.
That boy got the Rona.
I will say, in some photos, it looks okay. I think in others, like the one on the left, which is from a video, and the one on the right, I think the pink shading is pretty overstated.
It's heavy-handed, dude. It looks like a 13-year-old girl who put on makeup for the first time.
She like me when I put on makeup for the first time.
Yeah.
I will say, all things being said, I think we said this before, Dean.
Mark just signed up for the Patreons.
We'll get there in a second. I will say this. I think you and I both, we want people to get a great statue that ordered a statue that was great in the pre-order picks. We want them to get a great statue when they open that box up and they put it on the shelf, right?
Yeah, we want
that's never been in question. But I think part of what we do is also to critique what we're being shown. And, I think when this figure has this level of what's the word? Like all eyes are on this figure, for them to show like a video starting from the bottom and like scrolling up and giving us this shot of the super rosy cheeked, rosy eyed baby Yodes. Not the best look. I will say also the statue does appear to be glancing to the left a bit.
Yeah.
And in the initial solicitation, at least from what I saw, it looked like it was looking straight ahead.
Yeah.
Be that as it may, I don't know if that's a deal breaker for anybody. I don't know if the eyes are supposed to rotate or anything like that, but I really hope that this is as good as people want it to be. And I guess we'll find out here in the next probably month or so.
It looks like they improved the outfit.
Yeah, the outfit looks fantastic, actually. Yeah. And that was a big criticism of ours, Dean, from the
it looks like they just like patched it together last minute. Like fuck. Like they were sitting in the back with fucking needle and thread. This actually looks like a full on.
I like it. I like it a lot. It looks plush, right?
Yeah, it looks very
so we'll see what happens. Like I said, it could be great. It could be less than what was offered. It could be anything, right? So we'll have to wait and see. Now, Mark says here, best message I've ever seen. He says, just signed up for Patreon. Say my name, bitches. Woo.
Well, you don't have to call us.
Well, I mean, you called us a bitch, so I don't. You could say, please, maybe. It depends on what tier you signed up for. If you can call us a bitch if you're in the $15 tier, $5 tier, it's a little gray area. At any rate, Mark says, I'll never sell my DX07, so hope everyone gets a chance to get one. Yeah, Jason says or Kev says a bit rosy there, drunk Baby Yoda. But we'll see. We'll see, Dean. Like I said, we're just showing what we've seen, what's on the website. We're not editing any of these photos. But just looking at these two pictures here, maybe lighting does play that big a role with this statue, but if so, you're going to have some perfect lighting because it seems like that's what the statue may need. They also did show off the Cara Dune premium format, and I have to say, Dean, I think they fucking nailed the proportions. I think the head sculpt looks fantastic. I think the armor color looks fantastic. I think the weathering on the armor looks fantastic. I think the pose looks good, though I will say with the dynamic Mando walk, this seems a bit reserved, which I think I would have liked the Mando to be reserved as this, right? I think this looks fantastic. Nope, no word on pricing yet, but I think this looks fantastic. And maybe I think the tattoo is a little big and a little dark, but that's really my only complaint. What about you, Dean?
Yeah, that's all right.
No, please. I mean, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, the proportions are good. The paint and everything. Just like some angles where I just like it doesn't really look like her. I think the one on the right nailed it. I think it looks great.
The
one on the left, like at this angle, it just looks like a different woman. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Other than that, it's cool. I fucking love her like repeater blaster. So it would have been cool to have like maybe like if she was holding that in that pose, like she just got done like shooting at something. Because it's huge. Obviously, it's like strapped around her back. But I mean, I'm not a statue guy, so.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when you get into those kinds of things, like, I think there is that argument, right, with statues, like, should it be dynamic? Should it be more reserved? I just think it's kind of weird to have one statue being a little bit more dynamic and one being more reserved. Together, I think they look good, though, right? They had a picture at the booth where they were side by side, and it didn't look...
I still hate that, man. This is not good.
Yeah, you really don't like that one, my friend. You really don't. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll keep you guys updated on the pricing and the more details as we get them. Fern says it's not thick enough. I thought she looked thick, right? Maybe that's maybe I'm wrong, but she looking thick though.
Like some extra thick.
Dude, Fern does like them extra thick. I've seen his follower list. Dean, the Collecting Weekly Awards, our big show of the year, the biggest thing that we do ever. Not really, but the awards, the nominations are live. Dean, focus. The nominations are live. You're like, what are you looking at?
It's like, it looks like they're scratches, but I haven't even used this part of the figure yet.
That's called battle damage, Papa. The Collecting Weekly Awards nominations are live on Collecting Weekly Auxiliary. If you want to sign up and nominate, Dean, we'll have to think of some prize to get people to nominate, because right now we only have like 9 nominations. We need 1,000, right? In order for this to be a comprehensive look at everything we've seen this year, If you're watching now, as soon as the show's done, go to Collecting Weekly Auxiliary, click the link. Takes you like 2 minutes to fill out a nomination form. Very easy to do. And it'll help us at the end of the year pick the figures and the companies that matter the most to us this year in collecting, Dean. I think it's an endeavor that we undergo every year, and this is like the Oscars of toys, right? Who wouldn't want to nominate for the Oscars of toys?
Yeah.
You nominated, right?
Yeah. Scott, the Mando's fantastic.
I did as well. So again, if you're watching live and you haven't nominated yet, go to Collecting Weekly Auxiliary. There's a pinned post. You can click it. You can go through. It takes like 30 seconds. And it'll help us figure out which companies and figures were the best this year. And Dean and I will brainstorm a potential reward for people who nominate, and we'll do a drawing of one person, and they'll get that reward. So definitely cool there. We are also doing, if you noticed our logo at the top right, if you noticed the episode artwork, we are doing, we did this last year. We're doing it again this year, the Collecting Weekly Pink 2020 shirt. This is in support of breast cancer awareness. Obviously, we all know people who have been affected by this awful, awful disease. And we're going to be donating all of our October and November proceeds to the to a breast cancer foundation. We're still trying to figure out which one. But yeah, all proceeds from shirts from October and November, we'll do it at the beginning of December. Those will be donated by Collecting Weekly. Red Wolf says, Zach, why did you shave? And Dean, we all know your power goatee is banging. True words never spoken. I shaved because I'm going to do no shave in November, and I want it to be clean shaven for a bit before I started that, just so I can get the full effect, right? Of growing a beard in a month. I can't grow a beard for shit. So it's going to take me like 6 months to get back to where I was. But that's the journey we're all going to take together, Dean. They say the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And right now we're beginning the journey. Again, Collecting Weekly Live 2020 shirts on TeePublic, tpublic.com/collectingweekly. Dean, let's thank our Patreonies.
Okay, we need to add Mark in here. So let me just start with Mark Pearson.
He's on
there. Is he? Oh, you already added him. Wow. Okay, Ben Porter, Griffin Campbell, Sean Fear, Ian CB, Renee Mendez, Eric Mariscal, Quinn Aguirre, Leo Hernandez, King Louie, Mark Pearson. Mark, let me know if I'm saying that right. Sweet Danny Lee, Deanie Martin, Stephen Krett, Jason Nelson, Big Old Fern, King Zach, Caesar Mariquin, Eric Ruiz, Mario Cortez, Stephen Purchase, Sean Yahtzee, Scott Bradley, who just joined, Jesse Contreras, the chat. I mean, he didn't just join Patreon.
Oh, I was like,
Stephen Maria Stanley, Sweet Angels.
Dean, that's how you do production, right? You get a speed bump in the show. You do it behind the scenes. No one knows. And then you go back in.
I didn't even know you were doing that. Fantastic job.
You go back in, and it's good to go, right?
Hey, there's Joe. Joe
says, with a clean shave, I thought you were a recast of the real Zach. Yeah, don't tell Josh. Joe, don't tell Josh that, right? Because he'll have to tell you that you'll need to
do your homework.
I love that, dude. That's like my favorite thing right now. Yeah. This is a look at our October Patreon package. These were mailed out. Technically, they were mailed out on Monday, but because Monday's a postal holiday, I'm not sure if they picked them up from the box on Monday. But the Creeps Are Us sticker, the Live and Let Dice Hollow sticker, and the auxiliary magnet, which you can see right here in my boom arm. These are real fantastic items. And if you want to join in, Mark, I'll send out yours probably by Thursday. I got to pick up more stamps, but Mark, yours will be sent out as well now that you're an official Patreon. And yeah, I think this looks really good. I think we're real proud of this month's package, and we're working on next month's, which is going to be the Small Talk retro logo, the new OFAC, and for the top tier Patreonies, the new This Week base sticker. So definitely some good stuff coming there. We do have the 2 tiers. $5 gets you the stickers, After Dark Rewind, and $15 gets you the certified crispy certificate, a free sculpt painted by Darkside Customs once per year. And you get assistance with a figure fix by myself. Holla at your boy. We'll get it fixed if anything is broken. We do have a mailing address. Collecting Weekly, 5886 Dezavala Road, Suite 102. Box number 292 in San Antonio, Texas. Zip code 78249. We are on Facebook, Collecting Weekly Auxiliary, and that's where you'll find the Collecting Weekly Awards nominations. We have 23 people watching. So if I don't have 23 submissions by the end of the night, I'm gonna be pretty upset, Dean. And we do have a host of shows. We're doing Auction 3. I think it's November 7th for Auction 3. Thank you very much. Collecting Weekly is what you're listening to tonight. Collecting rarities, small talk, the joy of hobbying, only fools in collecting comics. After Dark, which probably will be Wednesday, Dean. Yes, it's Wednesday. We're getting another YouTube on. His name is Tristan. Cool guy. We'll get him on Wednesday. And then Creeps Are Us. We're planning an extra creepy episode for October. Stay tuned for that.
We didn't even do the movie.
We didn't do the movie. What the fuck?
I was like, wait a minute.
Wait, time out.
Do your homework.
How did we miss the movie?
I don't know.
Let's go back. Let's.
I think maybe because we had Michael Myers in the slides, you thought that you put them in there.
Ladies and gentlemen, no, I didn't. That's why I will say this, Dean. I will say this. Normally, you're supposed to check the slides, but today you were sleeping up until right before the show, which did not help. So let me.
I gotta be honest with you. I never check the slides.
I know you don't. So, Dean, let's talk about our movie this week. I literally spent all my afternoon watching it, and we literally almost didn't talk about it. I'm so glad.
I was like, how are we at the end of the show already?
I'm actually so glad that you caught that, because I
was like, we're only at an hour 6. Like, what happened?
Well, that's a pretty good amount of time right there, my guy.
Well, I usually hit like an hour and a half.
Anyways, so let's talk about it. So Halloween 2018, it's been 40 years since Laurie Strode survived a vicious attack from crazed killer Mikayel Myers on Halloween night. Locked up in an institution, Myers manages to escape. When his bus transfer goes horribly wrong, Laurie now faces a terrifying showdown when the masked madman returns to Haddonfield, Illinois, but this time she is ready for him. What do you think about the movie, Dean?
Dude, it was fantastic.
I love this movie. I think this movie has one of the best openings of I'm saying of a Halloween movie, but I mean just the genre of horror. The opening scene is electric. It's fantastic. I've only seen 2 movies, right? I've seen the original Halloween, and then I've seen Halloween 2018. So I'm not like an expert on the Halloween franchise.
Okay.
But I will say your boy is fucking wild. He's strangling people. He's fucking taking teeth. He's stabbing people, hammering people to death. I mean, this boy is going wild.
It was really funny because we were talking. We watched the last part of the first movie just to get a refresh, because it's been a while since I've seen it. And then we jumped into this movie. And so I was like, how many people did he kill?
He killed quite a bit.
And Manny goes over it. He's like, he killed 5, not including his sister. So in the original movie,
original, okay.
Yeah, he kills 5 people. And I was like, okay, like, it's obviously bad, but it's not like horrible. And like a minute later, they're like, well, he only killed 5 people.
Time out. You just said him killing 5 people is not horrible. That's horrible. Killing one person's horrible.
In terms of movies, dipshit.
Oh, I was like, yo, how many people have you killed, Dean?
No, in terms of
3.5.
Like, especially the shit we see today, right? On the television. I sound like an old guy. But like, John Wick bodies like fucking 80 people in a movie, right?
Yeah.
So like 5 people in the grand scheme of things. It's pretty tame. And like 30 seconds later, they like talk about that in the movie. Mm-hmm. One of the kids is like, he only killed like 5 people. That's like, almost the exact same thing I said. Like, that's pretty tame, like compared to nowadays. And I was like, oh, that's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And then Manny was like, yeah, don't worry. He fucking makes up for it. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And sure enough, dude, he fucking goes on a rampage, dude. Holy shit, this movie's awesome. The way everybody died, I like called it in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, this dude's gonna get like his face caught on a fence. this dude's gonna get stabbed against the wall and he's gonna be like hanging there. There's a lot of shit that I called, which I don't know if it's a good thing, right? Maybe just like very horror tropes that are, they're tropes, so they're very common. So it's like, oh, those people are having sex, they're gonna die, right? Sure enough, they get killed. But that didn't take away with how much I enjoyed the movie. And then there's a really good twist.
Yeah.
That I did not see coming. And I feel like I should have. I was like, wait a minute. Now it all makes sense.
Wait, what was the twist? What are you talking about? When the doctor gets involved?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I was like, damn, that, yeah. Because he gave me the creeps when I first saw him. I was like, I don't know if I like this guy. Sure enough, but he definitely gets his, dude. It's a little I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a guy who gets his head stomped in. And it's like one stomp and his head explodes. Very cartoony. And then Manny showed me the Halloween 2 remake by Rob Zombie, where Michael Myers steps on someone's head. And it's like way more realistic. It takes like several times and it's very graphic.
Yeah, the way he stepped on it, I was like, that dude, that like a skull is really strong.
Yeah, for sure. And I made the joke. I was like, oh, he's old. He doesn't have he's got osteoporosis, and man, he's started laughing. But
wow.
I mean, I enjoyed it, dude. It was fantastic.
So this was your first time seeing it though, right?
Yeah.
But have you seen the first Halloween?
Yeah, I've seen it before.
Oh, okay.
It's just been a while, so we watched the first one as a refresher, and I was like, well. Oh, and there's also like scenes in this movie from other Halloween movies. The scene with the lady cooking the ham, that's from Halloween 2, I believe.
Uh-huh.
And he goes in there and she's cooking a ham, and then she turns around and he walks in there and kills her and takes her knife. That's from Halloween.
Oh yeah, where he has the hammer, I think.
Yeah. He grabs the hammer from her garage and then goes in. Yeah. It's a cool movie, man. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I didn't know if I was gonna like it. I'm not a big horror genre guy.
I can't believe we almost missed talking. Like, how does that even happen?
I don't know. Again, I think it's because we had Michael Myers in the slides.
It's so embarrassing, guys. If you're watching live, I'm so sorry. It's unforgivable, frankly.
Has anybody else seen it in the chat? I can't.
Yeah, a few people watching it says that they liked it. I enjoyed it. The whole doctor twist, not a huge fan. But I did like it. Like I said, I've only seen the first one and this one, so there's a lot of stuff in between that I don't know about.
What is Mark talking?
He says, which Halloween was the one where Ludacris was doing a reality show from the house? And then Scott says Halloween Resurrection.
Oh, that's real? That's a real thing. That sounded made up.
Oh yeah, Eddie says I worried that he was going to kill the baby after the grandma kill. Yeah, I was actually really sad when I was watching it today because I forgot about that scene. But yeah, I mean, it's a good movie. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's
definitely gory.
Yeah,
definitely gory. Also, shout out to our co-workers that died in the movie, Dean, the podcasters.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that was brutal.
That was really bad.
Oh boy. Yeah, dude, the scene, because there's like a son and father driving, and they come across the bus. The way his dad died was brutal. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
He like broke his neck and then like shoves his head like towards the back of his body, so just sees like
the vertebra,
neck-bone. I was like, oh my god,
it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. Fernando says only the first one is canon. Mark says actually it was Busta Rhymes. My bad. I get weak actors / bad rappers mixed up. And Mark, you know what we have to do about that, Mark?
Do your homework.
Anyways, Dean, let's talk about our friends of the show: King Zachary, Venable, Optical 20, PJ the Paradox Nerd, 6 Scale Scavengers, Brian, Chris, TC. Big shout out to TC. What a guy, man. What a guy. I've had some great personal news this week. Rogue 16, Matt Mangum, Steve, bunch of cool guys over there. And our good friend Zhao that almost got me nuked by the fucking Facebook community today. Third-party reviews, bunch of angels that we like to work with in our endeavors. But yeah, Dean, I think it was a good show tonight. We almost goofed, right? But we fixed it, and that's what that's what we do. It was a good cape, man. It's definitely a good cape. Sean says TC is the man. Sold me my first ever quarter scale today. What a guy!
Wow, what you got?
Big shout out to Eddie. Also, look at this dope watch, dude. Look at that. Look at that, Dean. Pulling up on that. Oh, can I not get it to light up anymore? There we go. Look at that.
It's like a dinosaur eye.
It is. This was new old stock, Dean. It was still sealed in the box.
That's pretty sweet.
I got to take this off when I go out, though. I don't want the ladies to be
Is it
accosting.
a battery or what?
Well, I mean, this is like a fucking 15-year-old battery. I got to put a new one in.
That's what I'm saying. Did you put one in or no?
No, I just opened it like 5 minutes ago.
So that's what I asked. Did you or didn't you? So you
no.
That's all you gotta say.
Jesus. Why am I even here?
Working, you just keep showing me an eye. I don't know. He fucking sucks, guys. Dude, doing this show every week with Zach is a fucking
say it. Say it. Say it, Dean.
Absolute pleasure.
Thank you. Anyways, guys, I am Zach.
I'm Dean.
We'll catch you on the next episode. And don't forget, guys, this week,
do your homework.
Fill out the Collecting Weekly Awards form. Please and thank you. Catch you guys in the next episode.
Bye.